Where's that treasure map?
Arg, what's happening, everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker coming at you. Did you guys just watch me on Numismatic Stacker's channel? Yes, we just did a live together. That was a lot of fun. Check it out. I'll put a link below. Also, tomorrow, Fish, yes, Grandpa Fish, is having his Red Balls of Fury Gah. You know how crazy that is. I'm going to be with him tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you don't miss that. That's going to be a ton of fun. But tonight, right now, we've got our PCGS slabs back from grading. Yes, November. I sent this off in November. Holy smokes. Let's get into this and let's get a shot of rum. My boy actually just went on vacation. Got me this gem from Amsterdam. That is a mighty tall shot. But we're going to fill this bad boy up and see if we can do some damage. Let's not throw up on my stack of new coins. Ah, look, I already dripped some on it. This is the problem with dealing with alcohol around coins, you guys. But it's Friday. It's Friday and a shot is deserved. Let me just say that. If you got them, drink them if you got them. Cheers to you guys. Down the hatch. Woo! Did I tell you that's not my favorite? All right, let's get this out of the way because we don't need that kind of trouble. Not anymore, anyway. We'll get this one out of the way. And let's focus on what we have at hand. You're in for a treat tonight. This was, back when I started this was my very first submission. And these were the value guys. These were my money coins. The ones that I thought would be worth the most, these were them. And so I've been missing them for months now. And since having sent them to PCGS, I had decided, you know what, I'm going to try out all the others. See what NGC has to offer. See what this has to offer, that. Now, I do got to say, it comes with a box. Included a 20 sleeve box. That's pretty cool. It should come with a box because they are so much more expensive than all the others. All right, let's talk about grading fees real fast and then let's jump into it. Grading fees. It was $250 for a membership, the platinum, and it came with 8 free grades. On top of that $250, I had to ship them out there, pay for shipping back, pay for insurance, pay for handling. That got me up around $340 by that point. I want to say it was like $340. And then they tacked on an extra $40 payment at the end of it all for I don't even know what. Let's see if we can find out. We don't even want to find out. This video will be long enough. So they tacked on an extra $40. So officially, for these 8 slabs, is that right? Tell me that's right. For these 8 slabs, I'm into it like $380 or something stupid. Now it's got to be less than that. Maybe I was at $320 with shipping, handling, all that. And then 40 on top, making it $36 a slab. I don't know. No matter how you shake it up, they are the most expensive. Time-wise, no matter how you shake it up, it takes the longest to get to me out of everybody. And that's a little bit frustrating, I'm not going to lie. So let's dive right in. Let's see what we got. And we're going to start off right here with this guy. This is an 1857 PCGS cleaned AU detail. This is a seated half dime. And I had bought this with high hopes. I really was hoping it was not cleaned. And if you can see my list here, It's right here on the half dime, 1857. I thought it'd be an MS60. It is not. And that's a total bummer. It ends up being about uncirculated details. I paid $100 for this. Let me get this out of the way. I paid $100. I marked it down here. I was hoping it'd be worth $250. I paid $100. Honestly, I think this is probably now, I don't know, worth $50. I don't think there's a lot of value to it. You know, it's cleaned, it's details. It's a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to lie. That one's a disappointment. But look, it is beautiful. Look at that. That is nice. I think that these coins are going to just stay in my collection. It is a nice half dime. And I currently don't have a half dime that is in AU condition. So let's see what the next one did for us. This one, boom. It's a Carson City, and that's a big deal because everybody loves Carson City. Now this ends up being a big score. 1875, Carson City, mint mark above the bow, XF40. XF40, what do we think about that? Well, I bought this coin for $40 raw. Time I put all my money into it, I was banking it was a VF20. It got an XF40. So this coin is actually worth about $200. That's excellent. That is a huge win. I was hoping it'd be worth about 110. It's worth about 200. That's fantastic. That is a success. That's a big win for me. I don't have a lot of big wins, so I do love that one. Next up, look at this guy. This is an 1821. PCGS grades it at VG10. It is a large date capped bust dime. And what always impresses me about these, when you get into these older, more beat up looking coins, even a VG10 looks cool. I mean, this coin is 200 years old, guys. Let me get that schmutz off it. It's 200 years old. It's a VG10. I actually graded this as a VG10 with the photo grader, making its value $175. I'm into it, $80. Let's see if I can push this up, because you all think I'm just lying right now, making up numbers. Can we see that? Well, I'm into it 80. I'm going to put that down just a touch so you can see all my numbers, my numeros. I'm into it $80. It's worth $175. That's a win. That one, I nailed it. And this was, again, my first submission. I'm pretty proud of that. That's a good coin. Next up, I've got an 1833. I thought it would be a VF20. It is an 1833, cleaned, fine. Details. Now, the bummer on this one is I spent a chunk of money. This one really didn't have a lot of room. It is a 25-cent cap bust. And unfortunately, this one burned me. Now, knowing what I know now, it's got a nice rim ding up there. I should have known that was going to hurt us. In general, the numbers look like this. I'm into this coin, $175. I was hoping for it to be worth $225. Reality, it's worth probably $75 to $100. And, you know, that's disappointing again, but it's a nice example. It is a beautiful old coin. And, you know, we'll probably just sit on that in the collection. Man, I'm feeling the sweats coming on right now. That giant shot of double rum goodness is hitting. Gotta wipe my brow. Okay, here we go. We're getting to the good stuff because we got some big numbers now. And, well, big coins anyway, so that's exciting. So next up, we've got an 1855-0. I thought it would be an F12. Boom, F15. Yes. That's a win. So this coin I actually bought on Facebook, sight unseen. And when I got it, I went, oh no, that thing's clean for sure. It is an 1855 O, which I love. I love stuff from the New Orleans Mint for some reason. It's just cool. It's Southern. At an F12, it would have been worth 100. At an F15, it's worth 110. This isn't a scarce date or low mintage, but it's just a nice example of an old 50-cent coin. And I'm happy to have a straight grade on it. And let's look at the back. I'm fogging it up in here because I'm sweating it out. The back, it's not immaculate, but for me, the beauty is in the age, like the history. You can see this coin was handled. People probably paid rent with this. You know, this was worth some money back in the day. You know, they probably worked a week to earn that much money. So that's a nice coin. That's a good example. I like it a lot. Next up, 1854, 50 cent. I thought it was a VF25. Let's take a look. Boom, 1854. Environmental damage, VF details. That's disappointing, of course. Environmental damage. I mean, I can clearly see there's that black gunk on there. There's nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. It is VF details. I thought it was VF. So that's good. I mean, really, for what I did months ago, I'm actually pretty proud of how well or how close a lot of them turned out. I mean, really. So, and what's always neat about this too, here's something else I love. Two 50-cent pieces, both within a year of each other. And look at their journey through life, right? This one's got that real silvery color, gray color. This one's got like a brown tone to it. They're virtually the same coin, same grades, similarly graded, but totally different look to them, right? And that's just the history. That's the history of these coins. That's the story that they tell. So I think that's really cool. I like seeing that kind of diversity. Next up. All right, we're getting into the big dogs now. We got the $1. This is a seated Liberty, or a seated trade dollar. Seated. There's been some discussion. Is the trade dollar in the seated set? I say yes, because on the registry sites, they include the trade dollar in the seated sets. So this is part of that entire bit of history. 1878S, I said VF30, they said VF25. But look, it's beautiful. That is a nice straight graded coin. And, oh, you know what? I didn't even think about it. I'm going to try and cut in on these and show you the actual photo grades. Yes, I'm going to do that. I just thought about it. I'm going to cut in, show you the photo grades, and this is a beautiful trade dollar. Really cool piece. Now, the back's pretty worn. That's probably what got me the VF25. You can see all the smoothed out edges. But again, this is just one of those coins it's neat to have in the set. It's got some value to it. This coin here, I'm into it $200. Now that's my buy price. With everything else, I'm like $230, $238, I think. And it's worth $375. So that's actually, and here's what's interesting. That $375 was for a VF30. Since I filmed this, the VF25 is now worth $375 and the VF30 is worth more. So this has gone up in value. It's a desirable coin. Very cool. Very happy to have that in the stack. Last but not least, this was the dollar. This is the first dollar I had bought. Seated Liberty, $1, 1860 O. I paid $550 for this coin. It is stunning. I really don't think in person it does itself justice. In this slab, you know, the detail's incredible. It came back 1860, cleaned AU details. Now, I'd love to get a number on that AU. You know, I wish I could know. And this side's the one that had the color. It probably won't come out. Some of the greens and blues. It's got a beautiful tone. The crazy thing is, once it's in this holder, you can really see up close and personal. You really see the cleaning. There's no doubt this was cleaned. This was a slightly used coin. Beautiful, 1860. And I still believe, even in this condition, in this holder, I think this is probably a $600, $700 coin anyway, just like it sits. I don't feel like this one's a loser per se. Had this come back as a 50 straight grade, this coin would have been like a $1,500 coin. And again, this is AU detail, so we don't know. This could be a 55, 58, who knows? But it's a beautiful coin. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just happy to have it back, to be perfectly honest. Now, let me run through some of the numbers, okay? So I put this together, and basically into the coins themselves, I was $1,280 plus another like $350. I'm into this somewhere around like $1,600, $1,650, something like that. The totals I gave on the page are right about $1,850 is what my totals run to. So with that said, you know, I make a couple $100 profit. Whew, having to dab off. It's hot. It's hot talking coins, guys. I'm into it. I made a couple $100 profit. But these old coins are all coins that are going to go up in value. I'm 100% confident in that. And, you know, I'm four straight grades, 4 details. I'm not mad at it. As much as I love to see the straight grade and I know the value's there, this is locked in. This value will only go up. Even though it's details, the value will only go up. Now, I do want to make mention, I did score this guy in a trade from my pal, Grandpa Fish. Yes, it is the Carson City 1873. And it's beautiful. And I love comparing the two of these because, again, they're so different. This one clearly is in better condition than this one. But I just love seeing them together because when you start collecting and you get some of these power coins, man, it is just cool to have in your set. Now, with that said, am I happy? Am I disappointed? Look, I'm happy. This experience has been a learning one. It's been one that I have definitely gone through the ropes, seeing what was what. You know, I've now sent to PCGS, NGC, ICG, and Annex. What can I say about it? Customer service with PCGS. Look, the time frame's killing me. This took 4 months. 4 months to get this order back. I think that's terrible. 4 months, and it's the most expensive. That said, these are easily the most highly desired slabs out there. These make these coins easier to sell. If I'm grading a coin that I think is worth $150 or more, I'm probably going to send it to PCGS, bite the bullet, pay the fine, wait the time, because I know I've got something that can move. I don't think they do a better job of grading than the others. I just know that they are preferred over the others, and that's kind of enough, right? Second to them, NGC. NGC was great. Their pricing, almost as much as PCGS, but they only took a couple weeks. Their turnaround was really fast, and I like that. That's a great move, but I would say people want PCGS over NGC 5-1. 5 to 1 is probably a realistic number. Annex. I can't say enough good about Annex. If your coins are $100 or less, value is there for Annex. I'm paying $16, shipped, everything, per grade. It's just too good a value, and their turnaround time is like 10 weeks to like, or 10 weeks, 10 days to like 4 weeks. You really can't beat Annex as far as that goes. Service, price, value. Annex is my number one. ICG. ICG I like. They're cheap. Annex is cheaper. ICG loses that battle. That's the end of discussion there. ICG I probably won't send anything to. They're slightly sloppy. They're very, very much so not respected in the community. ICG is probably not worth the hassle. But I did submit to them twice, and I'm not disappointed to have those graded coins in my collection. I don't feel bad about that at all. So that's kind of my assessment. That's where I'm at. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me your thoughts. What's your favorite coin I got back? There is some real lookers here, right? It's unfortunate all my high-end ones came back as details, but I got some real gems. This guy, $40. He's a $200 coin. That's wild. You know, so that is some very cool stuff. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. And let's do it all again real soon, you guys. Hey, enjoy your Friday night. Tomorrow, Red Balls of Fury, 6:30 live with Grandpa Fish. We're going to have some fun. You want to be there. He's giving away a ton of loot. And yeah, let's get some. Hey, have a great night, you guys. That's going to do it for me. Pirate out. Arg.